Hi guys, and welcome to our sort of, I guess it's like a broken doll lizard tutorial, and it's a little bit of a different take rather than just the standard sort of like broken doll sort of look. I really like it. I think it's really cool, and you can have a lot of fun with the colours as well. You can change it about. You don't have to be blue, you can be green, purple, any sort of colour lizard that you want. But if you like what you see, keep on watching and you yourself can find out how to do it. If you do enjoy the video, give it a little like and subscribe for more videos, as we will have more special effects and dress up makeup as you see here. Enjoy! Well, I'm just sectioning off my face with little blue Snazaroo paint. Now, I'm only filling in the sections that I want to sort of put the reptile pattern on. You can make as many sections on your face as you want. Originally with the design I was only going to do 2 sections of reptile, but it was starting to look a little bit Braveheart-esque, so I decided to put in a 3rd section just next to my lip there. With the sections that you haven't painted blue, I'm just going over with my standard foundation. I'm going a little bit heavier than I normally would because I want to have quite flawless coverage for this look. And I'm just going over my eyebrow here with my normal sort of colour I would use. Because I'm now a redhead, I'm just using a sort of a salmon colour and a sort of a chocolate brown from the Body Collection palette. Now, just with the Collection 2000 in brown colour eye definer, I'm just going over the outline of the blue sections, just so I know roughly where I'm going to be creating the cracked lines. With the same eye definer, I'm just going in and creating some squiggly lines. They don't have to be perfect, but what I'm kind of aiming for here is to do sort of thicker scales on the outside, and when it gets closer to the eye, doing small, rather petite ones. And same goes for the chin. When it gets closer to my mouth, I'm just doing the smaller scales on the inside, and same around the jawline as well. Now, on the neck section, I'm actually going to be doing rectangular shapes, as you can see here, and sort of little smaller rectangular shapes on the outside of that, as I want to give off a rather good lizard neck shape. Now, this would be better if you actually had a red face paint, but unfortunately I don't. What I'm using here is just my Rimmel London Diva Red lipstick, and you can use it just as well. I mean, it works perfectly fine. And all I'm doing is just going over the sort of cracked sections that I created earlier, and I'm just rounding off the sort of scale pattern that I created. Now, the reason I'm actually rounding it off is to give the impression of scales, because if I left it quite jaggy, it would probably get confused for like lava demon, I suppose. Now, I'm just going over the crack section again with a black eyeliner, and I'm just trying to make it a lot more jaggy this time round as I'm going around it. Now, I'm just going ahead with the Barry M black eyeliner, and I'm just sort of creating the faint crack looks. Again, you don't need to use eyeliner, you can use a gel liner or even body paint or face paint if you have it to hand. And I would suggest eyeliner is mainly because it already comes sort of fitted with a rather thin brush, which is perfect for creating these sort of dainty cracks. Now, with the cracks themselves, you can make as many or as few as you want. I just like to actually have quite a lot on the face, but it is down to personal preference. Now, any black eyeshadow will do for this section. I'm just using a Stargazer Black Dust, which has actually got little purple glitter pigments in it, which is quite cute. And all you're doing is literally just from the crack section, sort of fading it in towards the centre of the blue. Just want to try and give it that sort of 3D look that it is actually sort of this lizard underneath the skin. Now on the eye, I'm just going ahead and using the exact same eyeshadow. I'm just going to try and black out my eyebrow and most of my upper lid. I'm just going back in with the brown eye definer and creating a few more scales around the eye. I'm just going to do a little bit of random shading on a few of the scales here. The ones on the outer rim, I'm just going to be using a dark green colour from the Body Collection palette. It's a shimmer colour, and on top of that I end up using a royal blue from the Technique Electric palette. And again, I'm just going back in here with the same lipstick colour as before, just making sure that I've filled out the sort of scale sections. Now all I'm doing here is I'm using a sort of a bright orange colour from the Technique Electric palette, and it's quite good because it goes on sort of quite vibrant in certain sections, and then when you try and fade it out it goes quite light, so it gives this sort of really cool, almost lava effect. It's not exactly, you know, obviously lava is not perfect for a lizard, but I thought it was actually quite jazzy looking. Now I would suggest definitely a shimmer colour for this if you can. Now just on the rectangular neck section of the lizard, I'm just using a white Barry M Kohl liner just to lighten it up a bit and give it a little bit more of a 3D effect. And just with the same liner I'm going in to line my normal eye, and with a black liner I'm just going into the lizard section and just trying to black out as much of the eye as possible. Now I'm just going in with my standard sort of makeup that I would use normally, and it's just a sort of a brown shimmer on the crease. On the lid itself it's sort of a cream colour, and on the eyelid it is a white shimmer shade. I'm just going in with my Pixie lip liner, and I'm just lining my lips just to make them look a little bit more vivid than they actually are. Then I'm going in just to smudge it out a little bit to make it look a little bit more natural. And that is it, the look is now complete. Like I say, this look is completely interchangeable. Change colours of the lizard, do your own makeup your own way, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.